Looks like the semifinals there are set. 4 best teams in the country there. And Georgia's not included. Not included. Just got done watching this terrible game. And not very many points scored, but at the end of the day, Notre Dame had more of them, didn't they? And the Georgia freaking frauds go down. It's about time. They got away with it for freaking too long this season, man. And I couldn't be happier to see them go down, to see them out of the playoffs. Very nice. What a bunch of losers freaking go out in the first round after you get a bye. And I don't want to hear anything about Carson Beck being out either, because Georgia fans freaking hated him all year because he's terrible. And the fact is, Gunnar Stockton's terrible too. And as long as you have Kirby Smart as your head coach at Georgia, your quarterback's going to be terrible, right? Carson Beck, he's going to come back next year. He's going to be terrible. Even if he doesn't, you got that to look forward to. You got that to look forward to. Your receivers can't catch a freaking cold. They couldn't catch freaking COVID at a super spreader event. So that was fun to watch. It was fun to watch the ineptitude of freaking Georgia. Finally lost like they deserve to, and they get sent home. Rip Bozo. I'm very stoked on that. So, Notre Dame, it's about time that Notre Dame came through for me, because they never have freaking beat Georgia ever before. So, finally Notre Dame comes through for me. They always freaking beat us and never beat Georgia. But thankfully, they finally came through for your boy. And you just gave Notre Dame their biggest win since the 90s or something. They haven't been relevant in years. But thanks to Georgia, Notre Dame's back. They're going to turn around and lose to Penn State next week. And, yeah, Georgia just sucks, man. Georgia sucks. Man. SEC, dude. What's up with the SEC this year? What is that? Alabama, South Carolina, and Georgia down bad? Ole Miss is about to play. They'll probably beat Duke because, look, bad as the SEC is, the ACC is worse. I can admit it. A lot of SEC fans can't admit it. They can't admit that their conference is bad this year. Or at least not the best or elite or whatever it is. They can't freaking admit that. I can admit ACC's bad this year. Down bad. But the SEC, man. Disappointing year. And these clowns freaking rant and raved and raised hell and cried and complained to get all these SEC teams in. And look what's happening to them. Alabama loses. South Carolina loses. Those are your two freaking playoff snubs that got freaking snubbed. Ole Miss is about to play too. They'll actually probably end up winning. But the reality is that there's not 12 teams good enough to make the playoffs. And I'll tell you what, something else. There's not an SEC team good enough to make the playoffs. There's one left, and it's Texas, and they're not winning, dude. Ohio State's gonna destroy them. So it'll be either Notre Dame versus freaking. It'll be either Notre Dame or Penn State. Probably Penn State versus Ohio for the Natty. So anyway, I just wanted to point and laugh, ha ha ha, at Georgia. I'm so freaking stoked that they lost. Don't gotta watch or hear from them anymore. It's fun watching them embarrass themselves because there was just so much ineptitude in that game. And it's been fun to watch. It's been fun to watch all year, really. And they just kept escaping with wins somehow. By the grace of God, they freaking beat, Lagway goes down against freaking Georgia and they beat them. And then all the shit that went down the Georgia Tech game. And it's just like, tired of freaking watching them get away with it over and over and over again. Finally caught up to them. And I couldn't be happier. Also, a funny thing I'd like to point out, not a single team that got a bye week won their games. So, format might need to have a look taken at it there, because it seems like this format has quite a few flaws that are being exposed early. But anyway, Georgia exposed as well. And Sea Dog's stoked on it. To hell with Georgia, baby. My eyes have seen the stomping of the dogs. To hell with Georgia. And I'll see you next year, right? We got some playoff games left. Maybe I'll stream one, I don't know. But all my rooting interests are done for the year. So I will see y'all next time.